I welcome you to this week's episode of the Bisicast. A bit different angle on Facebook today because, or tonight, because I use a different iPad. I hope this will be still fine. Gabi's already over on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining. So tonight, a very interesting, so great tracks as always, as every week. But also very interesting comparison. Something that I found with a track that got released this week that I actually kind of like. But this made me think of something, made me do some research on it, and I will present this later. For now, I want to share this Bisicast on Twitter, so just give me a moment. And in the meanwhile, you hear in the background the track by Elke Klein versus Ost. The track is called Lost Souls, and this is the Nora on Pure remix. And just give me a moment till I set up everything. Here, Stevie's also in. Thanks a lot for joining over on Instagram. And I also got a rather, I would say, sad announcement later on, maybe towards the end. I'm not sure what I want to say this right now. No, I'll share it later. This is anything special, so don't worry about it. So, okay. So I can, certain stuff I can only do once I set up my live stream. So, just give me a moment, meanwhile you can listen to the deep bass lines from Nora Pure in the background. So I love Nora Pure for a long time already. She's very solid in her productions, and and also the vocalist sounds very neat here, so works very well together. So as always, I'm also providing the links. Tonight I'm prepared actually. I can just need to copy and paste them. Which is very handy because, I'm stressed already over the whole span of the Bisicast basically. So, because I need to, be prepared for talking, prepared for what I want to say, need to copy the links and everything there. So, this is the first track. Elke Klein featuring Ost, Lost Souls, the Nora Pure remix. That's out, I believe, on his own label by Elke Klein. So the vocal sounds very melancholic. This is a very unusual, I would say. It's out on Days Like Nights. This is his label called by Elke Klein. Very nice one. There's something flying around. I don't like that. And the impact of the drop is actually very nice on this one, so check this one out. I love the warm melodic feel, so that's actually why I always also. So usually I'm not that much into deep house, but Nora Pure has a very special signature sound attached to it, and I love also the progressiveness of her tracks. So really it's 15 or 30 seconds sounds like this, then she layers another sound over it, like the hi-hat or any synthy. So very solid, beautiful music. So in general, huge fan of her. And that's about the first track of tonight. By the way, one more thing that I wanted to mention is that tonight there's the first night of Champions League, and for the first time in, I believe, my goodness, 6 years, an Austrian club is in the group stage, Red Bull Salzburg, or FC Salzburg as they're called in Champions League, and I will miss some of their game, or match, but never mind, I want to do a Bisicast. I'll tell you why. Today it's actually the better option. Even if you're not watching, this is fine, because live now, maybe some more people will join in later. It was a rather spontaneous announcement, I know, but sometimes, that's the way it works. So I sometimes have to work a lot, which of course, not really my choice, but sometimes I have to, and I don't have time to announce it one day in advance. Oma is in, thank you very much for joining, and Dennis as well. Dennis, nice that you joined. You wanted to tell me something, I believe, on Facebook, like we lost track of each other. So just shout it out here in the chat. Meanwhile, I'm looking for the next track, as always, not multitasking like here. Next track is called Shout, and it's by Ivan Back and Incognite. Incognite Susumi signee, which Criteria signee. Hopefully Susumi, I believe, and don't know whether he was Susumi as well. But Criteria definitely, he was on the compilation, the first one. So that has very little likes, so definitely support this guy. And Incognite with the track Shout. And this is out on Whorehouse or Whore Recordings. Whorehouse Recordings, however it's pronounced. And what I wanted to say is that, yeah, really enjoyed this one. And let's check it out here. Did I share it? It's not yet. So it's yet again a groovy one, but still has some of this techy, housey touch to it. So very nice one. Yeah. So that's that. I Am Black and Incognite with Shout. Yeah, what I want to mention, this is not on Spotify yet. Yeah, so you're gonna have to wait a bit. But I provided you the SoundCloud link, so that's fine for now. Really enjoyed the one when I heard it for the first time. Very groovy, very techy, like a very nice mix. Very enjoyable. The breakdown works very well. It's a short one, but you know, something you don't need much. I like how the vocals get there. And the sax, exactly. So yeah, fits very well on Whorehouse. Crazy Pizza used to do that a lot as well. So yeah, I love, you know, when there's sex used in kind of these techie tracks. Or the Cube guys also used it a lot. Yeah, I remember. But these are like my favorite ones about tech house in general. So we have but like this more melodic side of tech house, maybe not as much that, like, also enjoy like the straight tech house, like this also gets released on Two Room, Repopulated Mars, and these kind of labels. But you know, like the melodic one is like my favorite one, where it's really like a housing melody. Mark Knight used to do tracks like these also, so as well. Very nice one, right? Incognite and I Am Back with Shout. Nice track, absolutely. Yeah, up next, shoutouts to my good old friend from the UK, Elliot, for recommending me this one that's coming up. Yeah. Okay, that's this one, and Eli Brown is the next one that I got lined up here, and his track "Thinking About You." So he released a new EP last Friday, I believe. And I think this is like my favorite one, also because it's a bit faster than the usual stuff. And yeah, let's check it out. And it reminds me a bit of like the old rave sound from the 90s. A bit. Yeah. And so he released a whole EP, like 3 tracks, I believe, that were on it. So yeah, definitely go check it out. Actually, interesting that Elliot also has like the same surname, I believe. 11,000 likes on Facebook. Eli Brown was Thinking About You. So and then it slowly builds up at 1 minute 30. So from 1 minute to 1 minute 30, and then it drops like in this kind of ravey 90s ravey mood here. So very unusual, that kind of is. But I don't know, this one like kind of caught my attention. So because Elliot sent it to me like the link, and I was going through all the tracks, and I thought, wow, this is unusual. for this kind of music. So yeah. I remember a producer from Sweden called Kali that kind of used to do this sound a couple of years ago. So, but you know, that was this was acid house in the 90s, so they used a lot of these sounds because it was on the 303, I believe. So on the Roland TR 303, which are very rare to find. But if you want to buy an original, they do not get produced anymore, like the synthesizer. And if you want to buy one, it's I believe 5,000 euros or something like this. So very, very expensive to get hands on an original Roland TR 303. I believe the same goes for 808. So for any of these machines, because they got kind of abused for electronic music, which is, you know, a very interesting development. Because nobody was thinking of, oh wow, I got a synthesizer, I'll produce electronic music, like you know, dance music, you know. Just back then, electronic music was experimental. So yeah, I believe maybe later on they were produced like synthesizers for that purpose, but yeah, that's kind of a long time ago. So today, I believe they're still produced, but you know, like, I believe many producers still love, you know, this rough sound from the 80s as well. Like the Moog is also a great example. Moog synthesizer. Yeah, so that's that. Was a bit going into Eli Brown. So I'm going a bit into the like 90s acid house with Eli Brown here. And next up, a fantastic, what do you say, piece of art by Art Bat. Really enjoy this one. It's called Aquarius. Even supported on Beatport, so go do this as well. But you can also listen to it on Spotify. It's up there. Yeah, I really love this rough, edgy sound to it, and it still has kind of a deeper vibe to it as well. So yeah, definitely check it out. Art Bat Aquarius. Really gets me going here. Francesco's watching. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a while we saw each other. Yeah, very nice one. Art Bat Aquarius. Aquarius always reminds me of this one club at Srce Beach in Croatia, at Novalja, and the island was called Pak. I was there 2 or 3 years ago already, I believe 3 years ago. And then I met Axwell for the first time in person. But the first and last time, because later on or earlier I met Steve Angelo as well. I've never met Sebastian Groff in person, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I'm not really like a person that, you know, like loves to or like needs to meet like producers. So it always like happened. Like it was always a very lucky coincidence. Yeah. So it's really what I love about Art Bat, especially on this track, is really so progressive. Really, you fall into the track and it goes on, like the drop goes from 1 minute to 3 minutes, the drop goes for 2 minutes, which is so rare nowadays in electronic music, and you just, you know, fall into the track. You enjoy the glimpses of sounds here and there. Maybe you remember from this year, one of my favorite tracks so far that was released was by PTK called Nova, and this kind of works the same way. So also where you just, you know, let yourself fall into the track, you know, just lean back, just, I don't know, headbang. So I really enjoy this kind of music. It's an absolutely amazing piece of art by Art Bat here, called Aquarius. Breakdown, also very interesting leads here. So, and the hi-hat still goes on there in the background, so yeah, very interesting. Sorry. And now it fades up again into the drop. Wow, absolutely fantastic drop here as well. So yeah, definitely check this one out. Art Bat Aquarius, out now, and also dropped your Spotify link to this one. Yeah, Aquarius by Art Bat. This is out on Freiheit. This label called. Sounds like the German word for freedom, Freiheit. Very nice wordplay, by the way. I'm a huge fan of wordplays in general because, well, I have to do with languages. Yeah. So up next, what I want to play here is a producer from France that I believe I got the track. Either I discovered it on Facebook, I believe, or he sent it to me. I can't remember. But yeah, definitely check out Artbad and Aquarius. And up next, I got the track. What is it called? Yeah, the track is called Mantra, and it's by the French producer called Remind. And yeah, let's check it out. This is out on Dear. Yeah. So the first Dear is with an E and an A, and the second one is with double E. And this is track Mantra. This is also a mix of deep and progressive. So I don't know, I kind of feel that kind of music over the last couple of weeks and months. It's very, it's very appealing to me. Because, I'm not playing the big room bangers, yeah? Rarely, yeah? I just played, like, a couple of weeks ago, the new Hardware one, because it's absolutely fantastic. But I also enjoy, to play this kind of music. So I hope that I tagged them right, Remind guy. So let me check if it's really him. I believe it's him. Great like kind of in the back. Yeah. This guy has 92 likes, so really like the hell out of this guy, really. He has a podcast called Techno is Beautiful, nothing better than that. So you may, but for me it does not sound very techno-ish. It might be more out of progressive track. So there we go. Wow, I love how the kick, bounces, and these kind of atmospheres in the background. Very cool. The game starts now, but I have still to go through let's say 8 tracks. This Bisicast would be rather a shorter one because there was not the market. I'm always talking about I don't know whether there's gonna be Bisicast next week or not. But this time, I always say, it always depends on supply and demand. So, what does the market give me that I enjoy, that I can stand behind? And it's not much music this week, because there are many songs that are, they're not really my taste, or they sound a bit boring. That's why, I'm happy to kind of give you these kind of the deeper sounds. Here comes the next drop for a track called Mantra by the French producer Remind. I dropped you the Spotify link into the comments, and it's, as always, every week I'm doing the Bisicast playlist for every live stream that I do. There's a own playlist for it. The tracks that I play on this broadcast that are available on Spotify, because not everything is available, but most of them is already. So that's actually what I'm always surprised. What is over there on Spotify? Because I work a bit differently. I rarely use Spotify, but for that kind of service that I do for you, it's I believe very fine. Yeah. So we have here again these kind of progressive elements here on this track by Remind. Very nice one. So thanks again for sending me this, because, or I don't know, I don't remember what I got sent to me, or I discovered it on Facebook. Yeah, very tough to say. But yeah, very nice one. Great mix of tech and rock. Yeah, Jasmine joined, thank you very much. So this is the Bisicast. This is what I do basically on Facebook. I read the tracks that are coming out every week. The one that I like, that I enjoy, that I can stand behind and think, wow, this is worth of paying attention. And I'm gonna play 3 more tracks that I really enjoy, bits that are a bit rougher. But then I have very interesting comparisons. Definitely stay tuned for this one. About 3 tracks that are kind of similar, but I don't want to talk. Don't want to say more for now, at least. Yeah, that was the track Mantra by Remind from France. Thank you very much for this one. And yeah, up next, I believe one of my favorite tracks that I discovered, I believe, just yesterday. So it's very fresh. So I hope that the emotions I can also like I can also make you feel the vibe that I kind of like. Yeah. So this is a producer from the Czech Republic. I just added him on Facebook because I didn't know him as much. The track is called Burn, and the producer is called Jean-Luc or Jan. And this is the club dub edit. And I hope that when you know that I'm a huge fan of groove, and you might realize why when we like listen to the track closer. So Jan did something very interesting with this track, because he released, and I'm very thankful for that, 3 versions of the same track. I believe an original mix, a club edit, and a club dub edit. And what we hear now is the club dub edit, because there was a I don't want to say there was a so there's actually in the original mix and in the club mix there's a rapper rapping over the instrumental, but I believe that was not really necessary, as you know, rap and electronic music doesn't always fit so well together. So that's why I'm very happy that in this case he released a dub mix that we can hear actually very well. So we can like the intention, like the groove that he kind of wanted to get on with this track. So thank you very much, Jan, for making this happen, because it's rare nowadays that we get. So you know, earlier, like 10-15 years ago, it was normal that in the same remix package there was a original mix, a club mix, a original instrumental, a club instrumental, a club dub, original dub. This is not there anymore. So this culture is actually gone. But let's check out the drop now. And haven't I told you enough about about the drop and about the vibe? So Jan just joined over on Facebook. Thank you very much. This is my way of supporting this track. Burn the club dub edit. Thank you very much for this one. It's groovy as hell. It could have fit very well in Susumi or Criteria compilations. So yeah, I'm very happy with this one. I mean, once you're here, Jan, tell me about how you came about, and maybe about what is the rap like? Like, was it recorded just for this track, or did you found it like somewhere? Would be interesting to know. But yeah, fantastic track. Jean-Luc Burn, club dub edit. And I really can't get enough of this groovy synth. Reminds me of a bit of old X-Tone and X-Tone synth. Some very nice work here by Jan. Thank you very much for this one. Yeah, so that was Jean-Luc Burn the club dub edit. The only bit maybe small critique that I have here is that it's a bit too short. So the drop is fine. The drop goes for 1.5 minutes, but it's like only like, I believe it's only like around 1 drop for me. Like the first drop is actually more of a build up into the other drop. So the track is over after 4 minutes something, and a bit too short. But I would have loved to extend this idea, maybe do another breakdown, and then again the drop would be perfect. But yeah, but for the sound as well, it's very fine. I love it. So when I discovered it yesterday, I grooved out instantly, and I thought, wow, this is cool, because I'm going through so many tracks. So many tracks are really not my taste, and then I find this and instant shake. Oh, it was amazing yesterday. It was a fantastic discovery. Yeah, that's that. Thank you very much. And up next, I have the track from a guy that we covered on the last episode, or like on the previous episode of the Bisicast. That was the guy's called DeFeo. He's sorry for that. I did a mistake. He's not straight from Italy, but from the Italian part of Switzerland. I was close, but not close enough, I know. And I believe before he released the track on Criteria, you know what Chris did? Chris announced 3 weeks ago, Kryder announced 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, that Susumi is coming back. And now I'm mixing up the two labels constantly, and this kind of makes me laugh right now. Thanks, Chris, for nothing. No, just kidding. I love that Susumi will be back. It was high time. I was a huge fan of Susumi. I mean, I've been there since day one and a huge supporter. And this is the track called Paradigm, featuring Max Landry on the vocals, here by Theo. And another very groovy one. I'm dropping the link right now. And I thought also, wow, this is a very cool synthy, very enjoyable. So thanks very much for this one, Theo. Hope to see you during AD, it would be sick. And Max Landry on the vocals. Oh, that's Max Landry. Paradigm. Very cool one. Enjoyed a lot. Yeah. So that's that. There's a vocal to it in the breakdown. Very enjoyable one. Yeah, very nice one. Very enjoyable. Actually, I haven't actually broke down the lyrics so much, so I didn't have time to like, go like in depth on it of it. But yeah, very enjoyable, absolutely. I believe next to the track that I just played, the track Burn by Jean-Luc, one of my favorites. And coming up is also a fantastic groovy/tribal one. Yeah, absolutely great one. I love how he plays around with the melody, so the melody really gets stuck in your head, and the synth as well. So I had this like over the last couple of days. Constantly sing the melody like da 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 da. So very groovy one, absolutely cool. Da 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 da. Now how he chops the melody as well, and at the outro, absolutely cool one. Yeah. Guys watching, thank you very much for joining, and Ivan as well. Thank you very much for the love. But we'll stay in a bit. This one was Theo featuring Max Landry, Paradigm. It will be also in my Spotify playlist. This track, this track was out on J-Work and Sound Republic. So yeah, definitely a great one. And up next, there is a very cool tribal slash. Sorry, I'm spitting very much today. I see that. Don't worry about it. You know, I drink a lot of water lately, so you know that's maybe why. Up next, C-Fast and Bagoya. Very cool one. C-Fast also, I believe, a Criteria signee, or a Susumi for sure. He used to have a track like that 2 years ago, roughly. And now he's bringing out this one, Bagoya, out on Origami. So I believe under what's that called? Leandro da Silva's label, umbrella, Lizard Records. So C-Fast with Bagoya, and let's check it out. When I can tag them or him, because I believe they're using masks. Yeah. So actually, I believe C-Fast is the only one from this kind of groovy section that is using a mask. So, and I love the horns. Absolutely cool. It reminds me a bit of Horns of Jericho, because I've just heard it recently. Yeah. And the absolutely great work on this one. I love the bass line. Boom, boom. Absolutely cool one. And you know, it gets me shaken all the time, so absolutely absolutely sick track here. Yeah, and up next, I have this third thing that was here in my description. The interesting comparison. So definitely stay tuned for this one. And after that, 2 more tracks. And then I'll call it a day. So it's rather a shorter one tonight, but that's very fine. I don't have to like show you like dozens of tracks every week. Because nobody has time listening to them. I'm even struggling. So yeah. It's actually very bad. But you know, you have to do, or you have to set priorities, right? So Bisicast, Baldoria, out on Lizard Records. Very groovy one. I believe it was also played on Criteria as well, like earlier, a couple of weeks back. So yeah, full support on this one. Very cool. Bisicast, Baldoria. Yeah, that's that. Good. So now is coming something very, very interesting. Yeah. Okay, so let's just set up this because I have like the track here already, I believe. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is compare 3 tracks with each other. Because how to phrase this? So maybe let's put it this way. I don't know whether that's coincidence that it's really that closely, like also what is about the time, so the release date, or this is really intended, because I found 3 tracks that were released this year and not too long ago, which contain the same sample. So, or like maybe the same hook / riff. And one of the track that I'm talking about here is by the British synthie pop duo Yazoo, and I'm talking about the track "Don't Go" from 1982, which has a very characteristic melody, and we can actually hear it here. So I'll play a bit like from the beginning, and this melody it's actually about the melody. So maybe some of you heard it already. And we have a track released this week, 2 weeks ago, and 3 weeks ago, and in April that used this riff / hook. So I want to play them, and I want you to decide. Of course, we need to discuss whether it is really, I don't know, very creative to do that or whatever, or is it something bad to do? But maybe let's decide which one do you enjoy the most. So the track that got released this week, I believe on Friday it's called Turn Me On, and it's by Riton and Oliver Heldens, featuring Wula on the vocals. And I really enjoyed it when Oliver Heldens dropped it in his sets this summer. So I witnessed one of his live sets this year at called Open Beats Festival, and I also watched the Tomorrowland live set later then. So this is how this version goes, and you can hear the melody is rather similar. I believe there's not even one note changed, so it's really so of course there is no I believe copyright on melodies, so it's just a cover basically. Just, you know, it's very tough to say that whether this is even a sample, because sample would be like you really take the sound, like, you know, the soundtrack and just copy paste it. It's just a recreation of the melody, so I believe it's a cover. That's why it's probably fine to use it that way. So yeah, very enjoyable. For me at least, but maybe for some of you not, because it's a cover of the 1982 classic by Yazoo. And I really enjoyed the vocal as well. The only critique here would be that there is no extended mix available, which actually makes me sad, because it's not even on Beatport, so I only have like the 3-minute 30 version here, and I would like to have at least like an intro and an outro to this track. So yeah, this is a bit sad, but it is on Spotify. I will drop the link. Also on YouTube, all the links in the description. and here, of course, like in the comments on Facebook. I seem to find myself here. So yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. I will play now the remaining 2 tracks that I'm talking about, and you decide for yourselves which one you enjoy the most. But yeah, very interesting here. Oliver Heldens and Riton with the track "Turn Me On," Dr. Love. Yeah, Dr. Love is, by the way, also a sample, but actually I want to pay more attention on the music here. Sorry, on the melody slash hook slash riff. But there's a fantastic website called whosampled.com, just written together, all together, and they really list all the tracks that sampled tracks, that cover tracks, every version that you could actually ever think of. So I want to, so I'll drop this into the description as well, and to the Facebook comments now as well. So if you're interested in what's, I believe this is like a kind of a disco house track from 1977, but you can check it out for yourselves. And there are 2 more tracks that will also be in the Spotify playlist. The one is called, that was released on the 23rd of August on Spinnin'. So really, it was 1 month ago, and the track is called New Vibe Who Dis, and it's by Madison Mars. And this one, listen carefully, sounds like this. So also here we have this Don't Go by Yasu melody, but only with a rap vocal. So actually it's really a bit of a different usage, but it's the main synth of the drop. So yeah, still rather very, I would say, similar. And so this is this one, and in April this year, so around half a year ago, also the producer Zenit released a track on Hexagon called Wave that also uses this hook slash riff. And what's also very interesting, all 3 tracks that I just showed you are on 124 BPM. So it's very much coincidences at one, in one place. For 3 tracks, this sounds like this. It's a bit different synth, but still the same melody. A bit of a rougher, dirtier synth. So yeah, so this is very interesting to. That's what I wanted to touch on, because I hear very often, and I think also myself, that there's really a lack of creativity. So people are not really, doing many of these original melodies like producers nowadays. But use old ones, make kind of a new version out of it. So I believe that there's really a lack of creativity, and I label it like this: who sampled it best, but can we also say who was maybe the least, or who was the most, how to phrase this, who was just maybe not bored, but I don't know, I don't know who was. How to phrase this? I don't know. Just give me a second. Not weak, but lazy. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So who is lazy? Who's lazy the most? So it's very tough to say. But that's what I wanted to touch on. So this is very interesting. Riton x Heldens versus Madison Mars versus Zenit. Decided for yourselves. I will put it. I will actually, when I put it on YouTube, there will be here now an annotation where you can actually decide yourselves who did the best or the worst, whatever you feel like. So I hope this was very interesting, and hope to have more creativity in the future. Yeah, that's that. That's what I wanted to touch on. I will cut this out on YouTube and put it over there. Which is, I believe, a very interesting topic, because it's very much, many coincidences at once, which is very strange, and I'm not sure whether this is on purpose or not. So yeah, 2 more tracks that I wanted to show you. One is from a local. I'm happy. I'm so happy. David also joined. Thank you very much. Just in time for a fantastic prog/deep track. Prog/techno track by a local of mine, a Viennese guy again. So we have Max Kernmeier already. I presented to you him. Fantastic guy. I had the chance to talk with him a bit about the scene and everything. And he enjoys techno as well, but he's playing tech house. But you know, tech house is not really like, there's not really a scene for that in Vienna. And this guy is playing at Prater Sauna, a very known techno club here in Vienna. And this guy's called Stefan Obermeier. So, and when I read this name and I discovered it, I thought, wow, this sounds very Austrian. So where I'm from, because I'm from Vienna in Austria, like I grew up there, and to me that's the best city in the world. And I would never actually, like, would love to leave here because it's absolutely fantastic. And the track is called Saré. He released an EP, like it was already released in August, and I just recently discovered it. And recently, I mean, I believe yesterday, and I found this track, and I was so hooked by the by this progressive feel to it, and it's a mix of progressive and techno, and I think this is very fun to listen to, very chilled. So yeah, I want to drop the link. And then after that, I have like the track that I already shared on my Facebook yesterday. But I definitely want to give this track a bit of space to breathe. And I believe, David, you're in. Let me know what is your opinion about this one. Stefan Obermeier with Saré. I will drop the Spotify link. So, because I really enjoy the melody. It's really like, really gets me going. And look who's also watching, Styles. Thank you very much for joining. He has 3,700 likes, so definitely check him out. This is track Saré. Very chilled. So yeah. So his other track is Effer. You can also check this one out over on Spotify. The tracks were released on Drift Recordings. It's the label called. So yeah, very chilled one, but still has like this progressive feeling to it. So I could imagine this very well on a Release Deep, for example. It's coming up, or which label else? Anjuna Deep, for example. Anjuna Deep, yeah, would fit very well on Anjuna Deep. So yeah, absolutely fantastic one here by Stefan Obermeier from Vienna, also spinning at Prater Sauna, called Saré. Very chilled, fantastic, not too fast. Really, there's also a bit of groove in there, so really has also some groovy elements in there. This hi-hat really gets you in the mood. Yeah. This here is also Breakdown, very long one. The track goes for 8 minutes, which is very nice. Now here, totally unexpected, you know, he filters out the drop, like the lead in the drop to make it, you know, even like rougher and even dirtier. Yeah, Max watching, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, Max Landry, I played Paradigm earlier, collab with Defio. Thank you very much. Fantastic track, but also this one. Stefan Obermeier, Saré. Could sing the melody all night long, all day long. Really gets you in the mood. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so that's this one. Check it out on Spotify. Stefan Ohlmeier, Sacré. Oh, Saré, sorry. There's the end. So it really like, also the track goes like, it doesn't really have a true outro, so it just kind of finishes. I mean, you can mix it because it's very long. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. So then the last track that I'm going to play tonight, and then I'll sign off, a bit shorter Bisicast than usually, but I want to see a bit of Salzburg, and they're already playing for half an hour. It's a track called, what's the track called? The track is called, yeah, Those Were the Days by R+, and the track is, it's in the Christoph remix. I already dropped this one. I dropped this track already on my Facebook wall yesterday. So yeah, feel free to support this also on Spotify. Stream it there. R+, Those Were the Days by Christoph in the remix. Absolutely sick one, very progressive one. So you can really rely on Christoph. It's an amazing stuff. Peter's watching in the meanwhile. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you enjoyed this last one here by Christoph, who remixed. Track by R+, Those Were the Days. And I really loved how he kind of does the transition into the second or third drop, however you wanna look on it. Sick one. Damn. Very dirty. Still has this kind of Christoph feeling to it. So yeah, amazing one. There also he goes back into the breakdown at roughly 2 minutes 45, and gives the vocals a bit of space to breathe. But he also comes up with his own sounds. You can hear that very well here. So yeah, and now let's come closer to the drop. So when I heard this yesterday, I believe for the first time, I was like, wow! Such an unexpected drop. Goes hard on the progressive field here. Really almost a screaming symphony. Insane. So yeah, absolutely great work here by Christoph. Check it out. R+, Those Were the Days. Christoph remix. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. Check this one out. I dropped the Spotify link. As always, every track that I played that is available on Spotify will be in the Bisicast 107 playlist. Now, unfortunately, I have some bad news for those who are watching. The Bisicast goes on a break now. So I decided this, I believe, yesterday or even on the weekend. So I need to prepare for something that takes up a bit more time, and I won't have as much time for music now over the next two weeks. So when I find something on Facebook, I'll keep you updated on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But I want actually to do a break from the Bisicast actually for the next 2 weeks, because I need to prepare something that is has to do with my personal life, and it just takes a bit more time, and for private reasons I'll make a break. I believe it will do both good me and you, because I believe since episode 99 or 100, so for at least the last 6 or 7 weeks I was really doing a Bisicast every week, and it's good to have like a break now, and also maybe I'll have some time to reflect as well. I love it, but not 100% happy, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I hope that you will still find some great music. So when I find something that I really enjoy, I will let you know over my socials. And yeah, hope that you'll have a great time. I will be back at the beginning of October with also already a preview of ADE. I'm going there from Wednesday till Sunday, as I believe the last 5 years or 4 years already. And yeah, I can't wait to be back, to have the community, to meet the people there. So I always enjoy it a lot, and yeah, I hope to before that to get to you the freshest great tunes that I enjoy, and I think that are really worth mentioning, worth spreading, because that's what I do on this Bisicast. So yeah, have a great time there. I keep you updated on my socials, and yeah, have a great remaining evening or day whenever you're watching. So thank you very much, everybody, and yeah, goodbye.